Good morning. Today is Monday, January 9th, and this is your weekly budget brief from National Priorities Project. I'm Mattia Kramer, Senior Research Analyst. Washington is none too popular right now, with public opinion polls showing that on average, Americans think about 51 cents of every federal tax dollar is wasted. Tomorrow, New Hampshire residents go to the polls to weigh in on the Republican presidential primary. And one of the things that presidential elections are about is how we feel about government and whether or not we believe it's serving our interests. But while we tend to think that the federal government is wasting most of our tax dollars, polls also show that we tend not to know very much about where our federal taxes actually go. So let's take a look at the federal taxes paid by New Hampshire residents. On average in 2010, New Hampshire residents each paid around $6,231 in federal taxes. Also in 2010, the average New Hampshire resident received $4,850 in direct federal assistance. What do I mean by that? Well, there are lots of federal programs that give direct assistance to individuals like you and me. College students get federal Pell Grants based on financial need. Retirees get Social Security checks and health insurance through Medicare. And folks who've had their homes damaged get disaster relief money to help repair their homes or to move to new ones. All of those programs are funded in the federal budget and come from our federal taxes. So you can see that New Hampshire residents got most of their federal taxes back in direct assistance. And where did the other $1,000-some-odd go? Well, let's take a look at this picture over here. This is the New Hampshire state budget. It shows where the New Hampshire state government got all of its money for the 2009 fiscal year. That's the most recent year for which comprehensive data are available. You can see that state taxes in New Hampshire only make up 37% of state government revenues. This piece, 30%, nearly a third, comes from the federal government. That federal money helps the state of New Hampshire pay for fixing roads and bridges and lots of other kinds of programs too. So while New Hampshire residents got much of their federal taxes back in direct assistance, the rest of that money went to pay for programs at the state level. It's funny, while we think that most of our taxes are wasted, much of that money comes right back to us, to our state, to our communities, or right into our own pockets. Thanks for joining us this week for the Budget Brief, and we'll see you next week.